Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the UML lower bracket round 4, where we have Honeyfruit Gaming going up against Omega Gaming. Okay, so I might have to readjust the overlays while we're doing this because I was under the impression that Ice was starting on the blue side. That does not seem to be the case. We have Honeyfruit starting on the blue side with Cassiopeia and Olaf banned first. Morgana Nocturne the responses. Now, I apologize in advance. My co-caster does not appear to be here, so this will be a solo cast for the time being. And I'm also producing at the same time. So, we see Set first pick, and I have to imagine this is a flex pick for Honeyfruit. Set, still a very popular champion, even in pro play, but not the blind pick monstrosity he used to be. A lot of his value nowadays is being a flex pick, primarily between top, jungle, and support. However, we have on occasion seen Set mid, but I don't think we're going to see that today. Kane's the response, and Kane definitely very popular in solo queue right now. Seen, I think, a few shots on the pro stage, but really not living up to expectations. With the Taric also being hovered. And that's locked in. So, a lot of power in these two picks. Red form Kane, Rost is really powerful, a lot of disruption, very drain tanky with that passive. And Taric, of course, is a jack of all trades, provides pseudo engage with the Bastion Dazzle combo. The Cosmic Radiance is, of course, a fantastic ultimate, one of the best in the game. And this doesn't give Honeyfruit a lot of ideas of where Ice's composition is going, as we see Gragas locked in for Honeyfruit. And I have to say I'm not too familiar with either of these with Honeyfruit, so not too sure if that's just going straight into the jungle to match the Kayn, or if that's also a flex pick. As we see Caitlyn buffed recently on 10-15, a nice bump in base MS as well as a little base AD on top, and that has been enough to skyrocket her to the top tier of solo queue ADCs. So Koros's GP is being hovered. It does really well into Set. That keep away kiting style is really, really powerful against the all-in power of Set. You keep away from him, and a lot of his strength is diminished. Okay, Nami's banned, and it might just be a comfort ban. Ice maybe not too scared of trying to think what Honeyfruit would pick in this position. They have solid engage with E flash from Gragas, Cask as well. So Shmurda's Zig's gonna bite the dust here. And Karma also being banned. Ice not really interested in picking that and flexing it between mid-top, even though it is a very powerful pick right now. And now I'm actually scratching my head why we didn't see Karma banned or picked in the first phase. It's such a popular champion right now. And so we'll see what Ice is going to do instead with their R4 pick. Probably ADC to match the Caitlyn. Ashe is off the table, so Ezreal is available. Oh, Ezreal's not available. So Waffle Wheel's Varus could be picked here. But instead we go with the Xayah. So a bit of a defensive pick. Can avoid the explosive cask and the E flash pretty easily. So Honeyfruit does have the Yasuo Gragas if they choose to take it. And that does help with some of their initiation issues right now. Right now they only have the Gragas and a potential Set flank. Okay, we see Vladimir. And I feel like Vladimir's going topside because I'm not a fan of blind picking Vladimir. Mid lane, he scales really well, of course, but does concede a lot of prio early. Just can't match the wave clear of most meta mid laners at the moment, especially with Ice having counter pick here. So I think this means it's going to be... Okay. So no, it's going to be Blitz Caitlyn, which means Set's going top and Vlad's going mid. Ice can respond with a prio mid laner. So let's see what they choose to pick. They have a lot of AoE right now. They have GP, they have Xayah. They can really control a team fight. And Corki just adds to that. The package such a valuable tool. Corki's scaling really well along with the Xayah Gangplank. And so, pretty well-rounded draft from Ice. The only thing that they really lack in is in hard initiation. And that could be a little awkward because Honeyfruit does not really look to engage. They're looking for picks with Blitzcrank Gragas. So we might find ourselves this game where Ice is in a position where they can't force because their ability to force is really gated by Cannon Barrage from Gangplank and the package from Corki. They don't have many tools to close the gap. They really want Honeyfruit to come into them, but Honeyfruit are really under no obligation to do that. They have Caitlyn traps to control an area, particularly around Dragon or Baron, Blitzcranked with the ever potent hook, and then the Vlad of course will have trouble getting in, but Gragas with explosive Cascade Flash is really valuable, and so I anticipate Ice having problems getting in and contesting objectives against this Honeyfruit comp. Okay. And so the things that Ice have going for them, Corki will have prio over the Vladimir. Vlad is going to take a little bit of time to ramp up. And then top is just even. Koros can bully with the Gangplank, but he does however have to be very careful of a Gragas gank. So I expect the Gragas to split time between top bot, really getting pulled in two directions here. And Supermark on the Kayn can look to farm. He's gonna probably want. Actually, given the way the comps are aligned, there could be some argument made for blue Kayn here. It gives you another opportunity to access the backline, something that Ice's comp really lacks. Only issue is that there's really not much follow up. You have Cannon Barrage and you have Package, but other than that, no one can really follow the Kayn if he goes so deep. But Cosmic Radiance with Kayn going in 1v4, 1v5 could be pretty scary. Kayn could easily get his full combo off, but the question is, can he blow someone up? As yeah, we're going to see. Oh, okay. This is so set mid. Okay, and it seems like my co-caster Idea PC will be joining us shortly. Just had a little bit of a delay on his end.
Hello, everybody. This is the Idea PC. Glad to be back here, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much.
Oh, wow. Okay. That's what I get for having streamer mode still on. Welcome, Idea PC. Glad to have you with me.
Hello. Yeah, absolutely glad to be here. Interesting that we are getting to see the set actually coming out here from Honeyfruit Gaming.
Yeah,
I know that we have seen this in the LCS, so interesting to see it here in amateur play now.
Yeah, I was talking about the set flex when we were going through Pro Draft, but I wasn't actually expecting Honeyfruit to bust out the set mid. It doesn't really affect how the map will play out because Corki will have push on either of those champions. It's just somewhat surprising. Because so I went through my thoughts on these comps. Sorry to put you on the spot when you just got here, but what do you think?
No, absolutely not a problem at all. Taking a look at Omega Gaming Ice's composition, right? We see the Gangplank, we see the Kayn, the Corki, the Xayah. All these champions do scale really well into the late game overall. Tark, obviously, there as well with his ultimate. Is useful at every single stage of the game here. On the other side here, we do have the Caitlyn Blitzcrank, so a lot of kill pressure towards this bottom side of the map. If they're able to get some kills and snowball early, that could really impact the outcome of the rest of this game. Gragas as well is also going to rely on having a good early game to get himself ahead of the curve. As you know, he doesn't scale as well as some of these other picks. Set Vladimir here. As far as the solo lane picks go for Honeyfruit Gaming, obviously Set there has a lot of engaged potential with the Gragas as well. And Vladimir is going to be really one of the only champions, along with the Caitlyn, that kind of scale in this composition. So overall, I would say that if Honeyfruit Gaming is able to get themselves a lead early with Gragas, we'll see as we go into champions like if this is indeed the Predator Gragas. He's going to really rely on some getting those kills early, maybe focusing around with some rotations and roams with the Set in order to get something rolling for him. Otherwise, I do think that they do get outscaled as this game goes later and later.
Yeah, I agree. The one hiccup I touched on for Ice is that they don't have great tools to engage. So when we get into the later stages, they might struggle to just force fights. And particularly with the Blitzcrank Gragas, they can play at a range with the Caitlyn. And so that's the only speed bump I anticipate for Ice's comp. But I do agree that they hard outscale, with the exception of the Vladimir.
Yeah, they're going to need, they're going to need like a flank from the Kane coming in on the side off of a cannon barrage. Maybe a Corkery with the Valkyrie, or the package just going in, being able to break up some members. So they're going to have to get a little bit creative, right? They don't have a super easy go button, as I like to call it, for the engages, like a Blitzcrank Q. Or a Gragas being able to come in with Predator and be able to knock people down with the explosive cast. So we're going to be looking for some of those things here. But, overall, should be interesting to see exactly how this one is going to go down. We will probably actually moving into a little bit of a spectator delay here, as you can already see. But we will catch up with everyone there at home on the flip side on Summoner's Rift. So do not go anywhere. We will be right back. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Upsurge Minor League playoff match here. We do have Honeyfruit Gaming here on the blue side, I do believe, and our good old friends, the fantastic, the wonderful Omega Gaming Ice on the red side. But here we are, round 4 of the lower bracket. Obviously, Honeyfruit Gaming was in their division in the regular season of play. And still, at this point in time, 3 members of the Ocean Division all still remain in the playoff run at this time. So amazing to see these teams doing so very well. And some early game action actually coming down here on the bottom side of the map. The invade coming in here from the side of Honeyfruit Gaming. Won't be able to get themselves some vision down early, but no kills going to be going the way of either side.
Yeah, really smart decision from Ice to invest double wards on the bot side to spot out any potential invade, as well as getting the return ward on the blue. This does make them a little vulnerable to ganks early on the bot side, but I anticipate Waffle Wheel and Benjito are going to get pushed in anyway. Is it Benjito or Benjito? I don't want to butcher that.
We've been going with Banjito, but
okay, all right.
You know,
if that's what it is, then that's what it shall be. Okay, so
yeah, but interesting. Yeah, actually going to be able to get that, that blue buff here early. So Kane needs to be able to go to the other side of the map here. Obviously, we see the ward being placed down by the set there. They do get vision onto the friendly blue buff there for the blue side. Kane here just going to opt for a full side, top side clear. He should have time to be able to go over to be able to get those camps back. Yeah, Grog is going for a full bot side clear as well.
You'll have to see. So hopefully Supermark does opt to trade sides of the map here, as pretty passive in the rest of the map. Gross going to get the early shove with the barrels, and a lot of people are actually divided on this lane. Some people think Vlad does really well in it. I personally think GP does fantastic in this lane, especially early. GP just so much damage with the grass procs that you can really bully the Vladimir, even though he's ranged.
We see it now, though. The ping's coming on over from Honeyfruit Gaming. Minnow Kane is on the blue buff here, but Grog is here opting for the Raptors. Is going to pretty much sacrifice and give up the triple buff control that he could have possibly had this game. Kane will be able to pick that one up, but he does not get the Wolves. He does not get the Gromp as of yet, which means he is going to be behind CS. He's going to be overall left with less on the map, which, is kind of exactly where the Grogus wants.
Mm-hmm.
He is going to be able to get some of that early experience, going to be able to go back, pick up himself up the boots on the first buy here. So those resources going his way overall.
Yeah, it's really a game of nerves because although you have the opportunity to trade, does Supermark, it's really dangerous to keep staying in that blue side jungle of Honeyfruit because you know it's warded. You saw the ward go down on the blue, so you know that's your position's known. So can you expect the collapse? It's a risk you have to be willing to take if you want those camps, which Supermark doesn't. He backs off. So
absolutely is risky indeed. You could see he was kind of hovering there in the mid lane just a few moments ago, looking and kind of daring the killer guy here on the set to walk, and he really does need some of those orbs here early on to be able to get himself his form. So kind of a slow start here for Supermark, and it's just kind of a result of how this has gone. Blitzcrank, though, with the hook down on Banjito. That's going to be some big damage going down, but the Dazzle are going to come right on out. The Ignite's being traded back and forth here, but Supermark comes to save the day here. Big damage going to be coming out. First blood going on over to Yoo-Hoo here, though, and Chilling Bear has arrived. Supermark's going to be found caught out, and that's 2 kills going the way of Honeyfruit Gaming.
Yeah, that was a great sequence from Honeyfruit's bot lane. I'm surprised that Waffle Wheel and Banjito decided to continue the fight after getting hooked, even though they have Supermark. Oh, but a great return.
Waffle Wheel.
Wow, what a great return kill. Yeah, so that's double.
That's our boy Waffle Wheel for you right there.
Waffle Wheel V9 is on the Rift today. And that was a solo kill, so that's just... If people don't remember, solo kill XP was buffed, so that's a huge boost for Waffle Wheel right now. And double buffs on top. Pretty good spot for the Xayah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. These are the kind of performances that we have expected to see from Waffle Wheel
Yeah.
over the course of having watched him. He has performed extremely well at his level. Um, Having had a little bit of a conversation with him the other day, he is considering right going and playing League of Legends in college. So I think he definitely has a lot of potential. I think that with the right kind of coaching, the right kind of direction, he could definitely move into even higher and higher levels of play. But up towards the top side here, Koros going to be looking for a little bit of damage. Traded back with Scuzzrat here. Yep, there's the pool. Going to be called out here. Going to find the safety of his tower. Early level 6 lead, though, for Koros means he's got kill pressure in the lane and should be relatively safe here.
Yeah, we see Super coming for a gank mid lane.
Yep, gonna come right on in. Nice. Forcing the flash out. Successful gank indeed, but they will not be able to find the kill there. But you'll take the flash all day long. Corky and Shmurda is gonna have some pressure in that lane. Chilling Bear, though, you see waiting down here just outside of Vision in the bot lane.
Good
Could
hook.
be looking for something nice. Hook. There it is. Orbit able to find the combo now, and that's Chilling Bear able to get the kill on a Banjito. But a nice stun route up under the tower means he will take quite a bit of damage. Now the Cannon Barrage going to come right on out, and the mid lane Jungle Roam now is arrived. Chilling Bear, though, here in a little bit of trouble. Nice knock. Super Mark going to find a Mark, and he will fall. And a Blitzcrank here, able to find Shmurda through the wave, and that's going to be a lot of damage, but no kill. Going to be traded right on over. Waffle Wheel, though, doing what Waffle Wheel does, trying to find the auto, but he will fall, and Chilling Bear will find the kill. And this feels really, really, really bad. I mean, we see a little bit of an overforce here from the side of Gaming Ice, and once again, they're punished for it.
Yeah, and
Orbit here has been absolutely on point with these hooks.
Yeah, Orbit really has been. And I'm just so surprised to see Ice so eager to take these early fights when they have a scaling composition. When, sure, they're killing Banjito pretty frequently. That's 2 deaths already for him. But you're not in a terrible spot. And taking these fights and overextending like that just increases and grows the gold lead for Honeyfruit, which is exactly what they want. And if Ice didn't take that fight, then they lose Banjito, they back off, they probably lose Drake, but that's Cloud Drake. You're not too upset about losing that one. And now this makes it really difficult for Ice to contest other objectives. The Corky's no flash. There's no flash on Waffle Wheel, these 2 critical carries. And you also expended the Cannon Barrage, and that's a really long cooldown as well.
Absolutely, it does kind of limit their ability to impact some of these fights here. Killer Guy, though, and they're able to get a good trade with Shmurda, but Rocket will not make that one even there in the mid lane. Absolute control of the river. Bot side does go the side of Honeyfruit. Blitzcrank there, waiting in the bush. Is just going to put the ward down. But overall, here should be Honeyfruit Gaming's dragon to take here. And we kind of talked about this a little bit in Champion Select here. Ching Bear here on the Gragas. If he had a great early game, he would be ahead. He would be fine transitioning into the mid and late game as this game will go. And sitting at 4-1 on the Gragas here at about 8.5 minutes. Definitely the place that you want to be right now. With a quick toggle of gold, we do see him currently sitting about 1,200 gold above his lane opponent there, the Kane. So overall, great start here for the Gragas, able to get himself multiple camps and deny Supermark his form, with how well that they've been able to do these camps and these rotations.
Yeah, and also, Gragas got a buff on this patch, a little bump on AP ratios, both on the W, Drunken Rage, as well as the Explosive Cask. So he's going to hurt real bad in these upcoming fights.
Absolutely. I believe it was about a 10% increase on both of those abilities. So I believe it was like 60 to 70 and 50 to 60 on the W.
Yeah.
I have to double check that, but I do believe it was something very, very similar to that.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not too familiar with the exact ratios either. As we saw Package just used, and that's really unfortunate. They didn't use it to try to contest Drake, not that I think they could have right now. As pings go on to the Herald from Honeyfruit, the next logical objective with plate still up.
Yeah, I have to be curious to see what exactly we're going to do here. We do see the Realm coming from the bot lane to be able to help them secure this little objective for themselves. Kane, though, there is going to be hanging around around the wall. Not going to be able to get any securing vision, though, there for him or his team. So that will be an easy Rift Herald going the way of Honeyfruit Gaming with mid-realm. Killer Guy here on the set, going to go and answer bot wave here. And, just another easy pickup, good rotation coming out from Honeyfruit Gaming here. they're really able to use that early lead that they've gotten for themselves to really kind of force and press the issue with pressure of their own on the map wherever they've wanted it here. Now, though, of course, able to get a good trade with Scuzz right here. Cannonball is going to come right on out. That's the flash coming out towards the river. And actually might be able to trade quite a bit of damage back here. He's waiting for the cooldowns. Koros S could be in some trouble here if he does not have the damage to be able to get it out. But the teleport now coming in from Shmurby here. But that's going to be the kill going right on over to Scuzzrat. Huge damage, though, coming out here from Ching Bear. Able to get the double kill. Kill credit going on over to Scuzzrat. Shmurby here, though, able to pick up the Vladimir finally up towards the top side. Gonna just back away here. A 2-for-1 trade in favor of Honeyfruit Gaming is not what you want to see if you are the side of Omega Gaming Ice here.
Yeah, really good start from Koros. You saw so much damage with the kegs, and that's what I was talking about. I think GP's really favored early game against the Vladimir, but it was a really risky play as we see another hook.
You cannot sleep all day here. Banjito gonna get hooked once again here. Orbit able to find it. Gonna force out the flash here. Koros now in the bot lane though. We'll be able to keep Waffle Wheel safe. And good disengage here from the side of Omega Gaming Ice. And I mean, Orbit, he has been absolutely on point in the short 12 minutes that we have seen him on champion with these hooks. He's finding a lot of pick potential, really being a huge power point for this team to be able to find themselves an advantage in the early game.
Yeah, absolutely. And that was the first we actually saw of the set mid just coming in there with the showstopper. And he didn't even get an assist. Oh, and Orbit misses the hook, which must be a relief for Ice because these hooks have been on point. But yeah, it's looking really grim for Ice. They keep trying to force plays when they already scale really well, and they're not. You're not gonna win when there's a 4-1 Gragas on an enemy team. It's a really tough sell.
And the problem, right, is they're not unable to actually be able to get out of this bot lane, especially to be able to get any kind of deep vision in. The only ward that they have on the Honeyfruit Gaming side of the jungle is that one control ward up towards the top side of the map that's relatively, keeping Koros safe from any ganks that might be coming his way. But with the huge lack of vision that they have really covering the rest of the 66% of the jungle, is that Gragas can really come from anywhere. And, his ability to turret dive you, with the explosive cast to be able to displace you and put you out of position with the Predator is absolutely a potent threat here. And with Omega Gaming Ice constantly being forced under tower, it's making it really, really difficult for them to be able to contest any of the objectives or even be able to leave their lanes.
Yeah, the one point of hope, I think, for Ice right now is the goal lead hasn't grown too much as another great hook lands onto Banjito.
Oh, man. Yeah, that's going to be the damage there. Banjito barely going to survive, but nope, that'll be it. Gragas with the cast and the fade away, able to find the kill there. Cannon Barrage not going to be enough there. The flash coming out there. Got to find the body slam. A Waffle Wheel will fall down here in the bot lane. Make it a 2-for-1 with the trade being occurring in the mid lane there. But Killer Guy now on the backside of Shmurda has the showstopper available. He's going to be able to use it now. Flash coming out here from Shmurda, but it's not going to be enough there. Chilling Bear with Chilling Smite will find the self the kill.
Yeah, and again, you saw it. Waffle Wheel walked back in. He walked towards the Gragas, who was going to get body slam back up, and he got the body slam back up and just killed Waffle Wheel, who I think still had ult. I don't think he used it that entire sequence. And I'm just scratching my head. I'm not too sure what Ice is thinking. Honeyfruit's playing really, really well. They're pushing their advantage. And Ice are just gifting them kills left and right. They're making the game easier. And I feel like Ice were in an okay spot. Sure, you've conceded an early Drake. You lost the Herald. You lost a tower. But you weren't in a bad spot. It was 2k gold behind. That's manageable going into the mid game. And they're going to have to give up this Mountain Drake. And the Vlad's going to start becoming a problem. Yeah, Koros cannot keep him at bay nearly as much as he could 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, with a little bit of that cash gold injection, definitely is going to help him out here. Slightly Koros gold favorite here, but as we all know, Vladimir is the late game threat that everybody expects here. Kane, though, Supermark looking towards the top side of the map. Nope, not going to go for it here. Going to force the recall. Going to be going out. Good knowledge, good, I should say, play here from Scuzzard, kind of backing off, denying some of that vision. and forcing Kane to go back there. So no time wasted. And Scuzzrat continuing to put some pressure up here towards the top side of the map. Blitzcrank, though, furiously pinging the jungle there, looking for the Xayah. You kind of have to hand it to Orbit here. I mean, he's been playing very, very proactively. Killer guy here, gonna be in a little bit of trouble. Shmurda though, now coming up on over the wall, gonna force out the flash, the rocket, not gonna be quite enough here. Gonna have to back away. Predator Gragas, though, is coming for you, though. Shmurda, gotta back away here, gotta be very, very careful. He's doing the Tour de Rift as he walks around. Ace in the hole there, gonna be able to get a little bit of damage now. Showstopper available from the killer guy. Shmurda trying to buy himself as much time as possible, poking effectively here with the rockets. Gonna be back and away here, but now Orbit here, speeding right on up. Will he find the hook? Coming right on through. Shmurda tries to jog and juke, but it's not gonna be quite enough here. Shmurda now kind of come right on over the wall is Chink Bear, and there's the kill. That was extended.
Yeah, that was all over the place. My goodness. And I think they lost the mid tower in the process. My minimap's correct. Yeah. And at this point, I feel like there's very little Ice can do. They were over as another great hook lands onto Koros.
Oh man.
Well, he got cast to save.
Yeah. It's gonna get saved out here. Supermark, though, gonna use the Umbral Trespass onto Orbit here, looking for the damage. Gonna come right on out, but he's gonna get instantly knocked up into the air by the body slam from the Gragas. Easy kill going on over. And now a teleport on the flank here, coming from our good old Shmurda. Coming right on in, able to get knocked up, but instantly killed. He's way ahead of the rest of his team here. Man.
Yeah, and
all right. Well,
yeah, I'm a little shocked myself. You saw there was an idea with the package and the Bastion and the Dazzle, but really not set up well. The Dazzle activating way too early and at the wrong angle at that.
Yeah.
And yeah,
it is unfortunate.
Yeah, unfortunate.
Side of Omega Gaming Ice.
That's one way to put it, indeed. As they're gonna lose the second Herald, and Honeyfruit are just gonna keep pulling further and further ahead. And I understand why Ice is trying to force plays. They need to do something to get some gold back, but you're already seeing every time they try to make a play, they just don't have the tools to do it. They're overly dependent on Cannon Barrage and Package, and Tarek is not the most guaranteed of CC at the best in the best of comps. You really need other tools to enable him, and when the tools that you have with him aren't ideal, it's really, really hard to find good fights.
Yeah, we had talked about this as well. The idea and the question, what is always going to be, is how is Omega Gaming Ice going to properly engage with this composition? I think that the ease of execution, as it comes to League of Legends, is extremely, extremely important. The better your composition, or I should say the easier it is for your composition to execute, what does the perfect team fight look like? What does a proper engage look like? Just makes your ability to execute a lot easier. When you have tools like the Blitzcrank hook, when you have things like the Gragas that can pretty much just run in and press R to get the displacement you need. There aren't really a lot of tools available. But Chingbear here, gonna go golden. I think that might have been on accident, actually.
What a hook!
Yep, they're able to find the hook, though, over the wall there. Supermark just going to go right on down. Chingbear picking up the kill credit now, 8, 1, and 4 here on the Gragas. Supermark, this is not your jungle, my friend. Gragas is the king, and he's got a casket on top of your mangled body. I'm very, very, very sorry. But unfortunately, that is just exactly what we are seeing here. Is absolute domination coming in from the side of Honeyfruit Gaming. They're able to control the Rift, with these picks. And unfortunately, Gragas got ahead early. And this is pretty much the game that you're going to play. Now currently sitting at about 8K gold down, or sorry, 7K gold down here. Some of that going to go more on over to the way of Honeyfruit here, but it's now at the point of the game where you need to wait and hope and pray for 35-40 minutes to come for you to be able to get to the point where gold stops to matter as much.
Yeah, and we're only 20 minutes in, and even 5 minutes sounds like an eternity for Ice in this game. And yeah, really great job from Honeyfruit. They knew what their comp had to do. They pressured early. They used the threat of the Blitzcrank for the invade. Wise from Ice to spot that out, but they still lose tempo. They lose farm in exchange for that because their comp is just weaker early. As we see a flash forward in the Hemoplague as well.
Yep, a little bit dangerous here overall on this composition, but man, come back on through here. Up towards the top side now, Scuzzrat gonna duke it out with Koros, 2-level disadvantage in this matchup, but it's not gonna matter here. Scuzzrat actually a little bit dangerously low. They have the Umbral Trespass from Supermark here, just hit level 10, but Scuzzrat just gonna back away, not gonna be able to stick around underneath the tower, I think, for any of that CS. That'll crash.
Yeah, we do see Kane, man. It finally got red Kane. Oh, the hook lands onto Banjito. He had to flash.
Yep. Back towards the top side of the map, though. They're going to be able to duke it out there, but the hook down towards the bottom side of the map. Orbit here, though. Gonna get rooted up, maybe? No, not quite here. Hook not going to quite land there. Ching Bear, though, flashing forward with the body slam, able to do the combo right onto Waffle Wheel. There will be no 1v9. Smurda, though, able to find 2 members there. Going right on in. Will be able to nag himself up a triple kill there. Some life seen in Omega Gaming Ice here at 21 minutes here, as death was knocking on the door of their base.
Yeah, but now we see the Vlad's a problem. Able to solo kill Shmurda B and then also come back for seconds with Koros. And while the Gragas is just, well, Gragas is just insanely strong right now. Thankfully, Supermark has Red Cane, but a little bit of BM from the killer guy. But still, Zaya's really, really weak. 1-3 and 3. Waffle Wheel does not even have a second item yet. And his build is somewhat split. He's got the Zeal, but he's also sitting on the Pickaxe and Cloak of Agility. So, bit undecided on where he wants to go with that. And
I'm not quite sure if it's going to be, the IE just yet, or building in one of the Zeal items available to him. Overall, it's at this point you really just have to wait. You're most likely, if you are Omega Gaming Ice, you're most likely not going to be able to contest here for the Soul Dragon. You know that Ching Bear at any moment in time, with his flash available, can get pretty easy pretty easy access to your backline with a flash body slam Q W combination, and it just makes it really, really difficult for you to be able to walk up with some of these really, really squishy carries in Shmurda B and Waffle Wheel now. Orbit, though, not going to find the hook this time. Now a nice cannon barrage means all 5 members of OGI are here, and that is going to be the kill going right on over. Shutdown gold going to be put in the hands of Shmurda B as they find 2 kills here miraculously at 23 minutes. But man, the Caitlyn does hurt. Headshot going to be able to knock about a third of the HP of Koros down. They're looking for it now, but Shmurda B able to punish the missed flash here, coming out, and all of a sudden now Omega Gaming Ice, it looks like they have a little bit of life in them. Vladimir, though, pushing as fast as he can in the bottom lane here, is going to be able to knock down this inhibitor, but all 4 members of the side of Honeyfruit Gaming are going to fall there. Scuzzrat here going to be able to pick up an inhibitor for his time, but that is going to be an easy Baron picked up here for OGI. And, now is their chance. Now they have the opportunity to be able to get some of that lost gold back into their hands. We now see that the gold line has shortened itself to about 3.5k gold, which is much more manageable now that they have this Baron. And shutdown gold gonna go into the hands of Koros here. This is looking very, very good for Omega Gaming Ice. If they can make something out of this Baron push, they might actually have a chance in this game.
yeah, great sequence of play from Ice to claw their way back into this game. I don't even think they have to push too hard. Denying Soul is really valuable, but the fact that they can use the Baron to stall, they have guaranteed gold coming in from the bot lane with that inhibitor down, and with the Baron buff they can really stall. Caitlyn doesn't have a ton of AoE damage, doesn't excel at shoving lanes, especially against Baron. Neither does Vlad or Set. So Ice have a few minutes to comfortably get items, as we can already see the IE completed for Waffle Wheel. That does answer the question of where he was going with his items. And stacked Mura mana and in for Shmurda B. So item completions are there, and we'll see after the Baron what Ice can do. Because they're in a good spot right now, but I really don't want them to force when they've been gifted some reprieve in this game.
Absolutely. Here they do have some vision still available down to the right hand side of the pit there. Teleports available from Koros and Shmurda B here shortly. Both of those are up, so they have the opportunity to kind of maybe get a little bit of split or side pressure here. They have that bot wave going into their base. Shmurda B will be able to answer that one. Scuzzrat pushing out top, so we do have teleports that are available to answer from both sides here. 4-on-4 on the Dragon Pit, but we will wait to see what exactly or how this is going to pan out with the teleports here. They have vision, they have the Scuttle Crab down there, so unfortunately, no way of being able to remove that vision here. And Blitzcrank waiting for Shmurda B. He's going to walk right into the waiting arms. Blitzcrank finds the hook there. Shmurda B will fall. And now the teleport flank coming in from Scuzzrat. You have to be careful here. OGI got to be able to back away here. The Showstopper not going to get quite the maximum effectiveness here. Scuzzrat in a little bit of danger here, but will go golden. And that's a nice hook. Oh, man. Orbit has been absolutely on point with this. Finding Waffle Wheel out in the crowd, able to get the damage, and Yoo-Hoo will get the last kill credit there. 3 kills going to go the way of Honeyfruit Gaming. They have a pushing Baron wave, or I'm sorry, Super Minion wave in the bottom side of the map. They could be looking to grab themselves some Nexus towers here. Shmurda B going to be back up in 10 seconds though. Can put down a barrage of rockets, but Koros here. Flash coming right on out. Not going to be able to find it, but a nice flash body slam here. Will be able to push the rest of these Omega Gaming Ice members back away here. Caitlyn clearing out the wave. They're looking to siege up with the towers here. They've got Killer Guy in mid. They should be able to make this another easy inhibitor. Yeah, there it is, coming right on through. Not going to quite find the skill shots to land here. Coral's doing a nice job of ducking and dodging here to be able to keep himself in a safe position here. They're actually going to be able to save their inhibitor here. Shmurda B going to be able to go backwards here. But man, Omega Gaming Eyes barely being able to maintain status quo in their base. They're able to barely keep their inhibitor alive. But overall, I mean, giving away those kills, giving away the soul, definitely a pricey payment going to be coming out from their side.
Yeah, and if it was an uphill battle before, I don't know if I have the vocabulary to describe what fighting this composition from Honeyfruit is like for Ice. They're facing down Soul. There's so much healing, so much damage on the Honeyfruit side. And sure, they have a ton of damage themselves. They have GP, they have Corki Zaya, but at this point with the Ocean Soul, it's almost like you have to kill each member of Honeyfruit twice because of that soul. And Elders on the card soon. We have Baron in less than 2 minutes, and so far Orbit's been able to find gaps in Ice's vision. We saw the pick onto Shmurda B. It made it a really awkward for Ice to contest that soul point, and they ended up losing it. And so if you're Ice, you have to be really cautious as you approach this next neutral.
But now towards the bot side here, Killer Guy going to go into the 2v1. The rest of Omega Gaming Ice ready and on the way here. Could be able to find the damage. The Dazzle will land, and that should be a kill going the way of Omega Gaming Ice here. Facebreaker's only going to stall his inevitable death here long enough, and Koros picks himself up the kill, but the rest of Honeyfruit Gaming pushing into the base here, going to find themselves another inhibitor for their time. Caitlyn pushing up in the top side as well means that they will take themselves the kill, but that is 5 minutes of super minions now spawning in 2 waves, and another lost turret here for Omega Gaming Ice towards the top side of the map. This kind of pressure is really difficult to deal with, especially with these major objectives that will be spawning here very shortly. Baron up here soon. Obviously, Elder Dragon on the table available at one point, but these 5 minutes on the middle lane inhibitor is going to put them back a little bit. They have to be able to get this wave cleared out before these major objectives. Otherwise, they do risk a teleport from Scuzzrat into the base to try and end.
Yeah, and you're right. The inhibitors going down is a real problem for Omega Gaming Ice. This now opens the potential for backdoors, and they're already split on the map. They already have a hard time contesting objectives in the first place. And so there's just so many things that Ice now have to consider. They have to be cognizant of Orbit. He's been hitting great hooks. He's been finding great surprise positions. Then you've got open inhibs. You have mid pressure from the super minions. There's just so many moving parts. And Baron's on the table, Elder soon to follow, and Ice are going to be pulled all over the map, and they're going to get split apart, despite their best efforts.
Hold on, though, now. Supermark able to get a little bit of a knock up here. The rest of OGI have arrived. Shmurda B, though, onto the back line. Here on the Baron, able to get the kill, possibly down onto Yoo-Hoo. Very low. Yes, he will go down. And that's going to be huge here for Omega Gaming Eyes. They're actually able to turn this one around. Huge one team fight here. 3 members make it a 4th with Scuzzrat being caught in between 5. And Omega Gaming Eyes just constantly finding themselves something. Finding themselves the Deus Ex Machina back into this game from nowhere. You could not write it any better here. Being able to find Honeyfruit Gaming once again split. I mean, the gold lead is non-existent for Honeyfruit. This is the first time in a long, long time that Omega Gaming Eyes have able to put themselves in any kind of gold lead in this game. Now, I understand it's only about 400 or 500 gold, but I mean, to be able to say this about the squad, being able to find these kills, Shmurda B being able to get huge damage on the 3 members that were trying to do the Baron there. I mean, great play, right? And that was off of the back of that control ward that has literally been sitting there all game.
Yeah, that was a great fight. Really greedy from Honeyfruit to try to... They had members mid, and they had 3 on Baron. So, great TP in from Shmurda B. The great package, I don't know if everyone saw it, but he actually... I think he stops the Rocket Punch by buffering the package. So he avoided that CC and forced out Yuho's flash, and that's the Baron. Great sequence after that.
Yeah, but it's definitely going to allow them to deal with the siege of these minions a little bit better. But they do have to be careful.
Yeah, Elder spawning shortly, and Honeyfruit are in position. They have the river control, though Ice do have some vision themselves. That control ward in the back of the pit, but it's still really scary to walk in, even though you have the Baron, even though you're finding good fights on the Ice side. You still have to respect this Honeyfruit comp.
And with that Baron, they're able to just push the mid wave right on in, which gives them the space. It gives them the time, most importantly, that they need to be able to get themselves a little bit of vision control in the river here.
Good barrel.
Yep, gonna be able to get a good damage. Rocket Barrage, though, gonna come right on down. Dazzle Flash coming out from Banjito, able to find himself onto the killer guy, but the Haymaker gonna come right on in. Showstopper will find himself separated from the rest of the team. Supermark going to pick up that kill credit here. Koros, though, in a little bit of trouble here. Waffle Wheel trying to come around on the backside here. Banjito as well. Nice hook from Orbit. Finds Waffle Wheel as he goes golden to try and stay alive here. The fight's coming right on through. 3 to 4, though. Not going in favor of Ice here. Huge ultimate coming right on out. Vladimir able to get huge damage down. Supermark, though, having to flash away here. Scuzzrat looking to end him here, looking to try and put the stamp mark on this game. Ace in the hole will do it, ladies and gentlemen. Ace here for Honeyfruit Gaming as they find 5, and the teleports now coming on in. The health bars 0, the respawn timers way too long. This is looking like Honeyfruit Gaming's game. What a fight around the Elder. You have to hand it to Omega Gaming Eyes. They tried their damnedest in game number 1 of this best of 3. But at the end of the day, there, Honeyfruit Gaming able to find the kills, able to find the fight they wanted, and that's the Nexus going in their favor.
Yeah, that was a great game from Honeyfruit. They fumbled a little bit around those Baron plays and the mid to late game, but I think that last team fight around the Elder really speaks to the power of Ocean Soul, because you saw Caitlyn getting chunked almost to 1/3 at the beginning of that, before the Drake was even started, and then afterwards she heals up with Fleet and the Ocean Soul. And like I said earlier, you have to kill each member of Honeyfruit twice, and they didn't have enough damage. Ice put everything into that play, and they couldn't win it. And that really speaks to the power of the Drake Soul. Like, if that's Cloud Soul, I think that fight's completely different.
Absolutely. And overall here, though, Omega Gaming Ice and Honeyfruit Gaming putting on quite a show for us in game number 1 of this series. With that being said, though, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be taking a quick intermission here as we get ready to gear ourselves up for game number 2 in this Upsurge Minor Leagues matchup. Do not go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. Again, I am the IDF PC, joined by Smolcrum here on the casting desk. We will see you on the flip side. Do not go anywhere.